Hey there, it's Lacey Baier with the Sweet Pea Chef, and today we're going to be making the best homemade cranberry sauce ever. This recipe is so simple, and you know how I like simple, but it's also amazingly delicious. I mean, you add 4 things in a pot, you cook it, and then you cool it down. Let's get started. So the flavor combination with the fresh cranberries, the orange juice, the honey, and then that nice pop of the orange zest is literally to die for. You're gonna love it, and I promise you will never ever want to buy the canned stuff again. So let's start by zesting the orange. So make sure that you have a nice orange. I either use navel oranges or Valencia oranges, but whatever you have from the store, orange zest is orange zest. So grab that and wash it off, make sure you get all the dirt off. So there's several different ways that you can actually zest an orange. I use a microplane, but you can also use a zester, which a lot of people use for bartending, or you can also use a grater. If you don't have any of those, you could even use a knife or even a vegetable peeler. Just make sure when you do those to get it nice and small and you mince it after you grate it. So with any of these tools, the idea is to get just that very, very outer layer of orange off of the orange peel, because that's going to have that nice citrusy pop. Any further down, you're going to get the rind, and that's going to be bitter. So go ahead and whatever tool you're using, just grate just one time in each place. You get all of that nice orange off. As soon as you see white, move on to the next part. For this recipe, we're going to need 1 tablespoon of this orange zest. Typically, it's going to be about 1 orange. So now we're going to grab the fresh cranberries and we're going to rinse them off. I just use a strainer and run them under running water. And what we're wanting to look for here when we're rinsing them off is just to make sure that they all look nice and plump and firm, and that none of them are wrinkly or old looking like. Okay, so now we're going to get all of those 4 ingredients. I know there's a lot, and we're going to pour it on into a medium-sized bowl, and we're going to heat that on medium-high. So we're going to cook this for about 15 to 20 minutes. After about 5 to 8 minutes, when the liquid starts getting really hot, the cranberries are actually going to start to pop really quietly. So pay attention to that. All that is the cranberries actually opening up and letting out their ooey gooey goodness. Not only is this going to make the cranberries nice and soft, it's also going to make the sauce nice and thick. Once you no longer hear the popping, it's time to shut off the heat. Now that you have the heat turned off, just put that aside and let the cranberries come to room temperature. All right, now that they're at the room temperature, go ahead and put them in an airtight container and pop them in the fridge for about an hour and let them get nice and cold. As they're cooling, the sauce is actually gonna start to thicken even more, and those flavors are really gonna intensify. So even if it tasted perfect when you had it out on the stovetop, now the flavors might be a little bit stronger, so check it for taste, and if you need to add a little bit of honey to sweeten it up a little bit because it may be too tart, go ahead and do that now. So there you have it, the best homemade cranberry sauce ever. I hope you love it. The recipe's below if you want to print it off, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel to never miss a new recipe video. I'll see you next time. You'll know what I mean. Oh shoot, I messed that up. Pop it on, no, that's awful. No. Water really, dang it. Chewy, no, dang it. I have nothing, I got that part and I got nothing else. I'm like sweating over here. Opening up and calming